Network Rail and London Underground staff both assumed it was the other party's job to tend to the 120-yard stretch of decaying track following boundary agreements which were drawn up in 1994. On November 6 of last year, the busy Basingstoke to London Waterloo service left Wimbledon at 6:08 am and derailed shortly after. The Southwestern Railway train came off the tracks and continued for a further 185 meters before it was forced to a halt. The rear carriage was dragged through the District Line junction and ended up sprawled across both tracks. Related articles: London Tube Station evacuated after electrical fault causes explosion. Train passengers to face disruption from 400 engineering projects. Roughly 300 passengers were evacuated, including 4 with minor injuries. The accident took place on the stretch of track that should have been monitored by London Underground. The section of track was small but mighty as it provides the link between the main line, owned and maintained by Network Rail, and the District Line, which is maintained by London Underground. A report into the derailment by the Rail Accident Investigation Branch, RAIB, concluded the cause of the accident was the faulty track. The gap between the rails, known as the track gauge, was too wide and caused the wheels to slip out. It is standard practice for both Network Rail and TfL to check the track gauge and flag up any issues for repair. The RAIB found that patrol diagrams sent to inspectors at both organizations were found to stop short on both sides of this boundary, leaving a gap between them. The official report read, whilst patrollers may have been checking the area immediately beyond their boundary, the gap of 120 meters between patrolled areas meant that there was a significant stretch of track that was missed from inspections. Neither LU nor Network Rail have been able to provide reasons why the boundary was different in the patrol diagrams and why these did not match the location agreed between the two organizations in 1994. The consequence of this oversight was that the track was not being inspected or maintained and so degraded into an unsafe condition. A spokesman for Network Rail said, "The Wimbledon derailment occurred on LU-owned infrastructure, who I'm sure can provide readers with a much better understanding of the issues involved with this incident." We have also reviewed our boundaries with LU across the region and found this to have been the only anomaly. Jill Collis, Director of Health, Safety and Environment for London Underground, said, "The safety of our staff and customers is our top priority, and we have acted immediately on the RAIB's findings." We have worked closely with Network Rail to make sure that this stretch of track is properly inspected in future, with clearly defined boundaries, and that we take all other steps necessary to prevent this from happening again, including installing brand new track to ensure that it meets our safety requirements. Related articles revealed, secret deal to advertise Russian propaganda on London Tube passengers face travel chaos as broken down train blocks line Glasgow to London Euston Rail route faces Easter chaos.